Good morning, students. Hello, how are you? I hope you all be fine, in a fine state. Now, let us continue with our chapter 3, that is Culture and Heritage of India, Architecture and Sculpture. The first part I explained means this lesson I have divided in 3 parts of half an hour, 25, 22, 23 minutes. There are different, I have divided it. The first part, second part, this is the third part, and this time finally we are going to end with the lesson because very little is left. It may happen that it may end early. At last, I'll give you some information about this lesson. But one thing, as you know, that this lesson is not included in your syllabus. It is excluded from your syllabus. Okay, so this lesson is not going to be asked in your final exams, in your board exams, and even the 7th lesson. Okay, so let us continue with. We are on the page number 23. That is temple architecture. Many famous temple architecture are seen with high pedestal means height, and penancle with ladder, but some are flat with pradakshina path encircling the garbhagriha, innermost part of the temple. Garbhagriha means a temple where God is sitting, and we used to go over there and pray. That is a garbhagriha. So the Bhumra Shiva temple, there is one temple of Bhumra Shiva, of Lord Shiva temple. The Bhumra Shiva temple near Jabalpur and temples of Larkhan in Bijapur district, copper statue of Lord Buddha in Nalanda, and Jain temple of Mathura are unique specimens of architecture and sculpture. There is a greater contribution of Pallava kings. Temple constructed in Kanchi, the capital city of Pallava, are very famous. Tanjore was the capital of the Chola dynasty. The Great High, it is an extraordinary temple of ancient time. See, now in the rest of the topics, there is only information is given, information regarding the temple and everything. So it may happen that I will read the lesson, but wherever it is necessary, I'll explain you. Okay. So maximum it will happen that I'm going to read it because there is no explanation, only information is given. So architecture of Gopuram. Now, Gopuram means entrance of the temple. If you ask to visit the temple, there is one entrance that is known as Gopuram. The construction of temple gained momentum due to the encouragement of Pandya rulers of South India. Now, how this Gopuram got maximum importance? Due to the Pandya rulers who ruled in South India. They built high outer walls, means great walls, beautiful decorated gates outside the temple. The gates of this temple are known as Gopuram. The artistic glory of Gopuram has become more popular than its temple. Gopuram of Kanchi and Madurai give us the aesthetic. Aesthetic means holy pleasure. Even today, when viewed from distance. Now, this temple is made in such a way that when we enter anybody's house, the outer location attracts us. The way the house is made, we attract us. Looking at the house, we see that it's such a beautiful house. But when you go inside, we used to praise it much. So, what the case over here is, the way the temple was made, from outside people were attracted towards. So it was very beautiful from the outside, its architecture, its design, and then everything. So here is, see, you can see the Gopuram in the picture. See, here is the Gopuram. It's given here. That is an entrance, then place of the Gopuram, then Mandap, then Shikhar. Shikhar is the top of the temple, then Viman, then Garbhagriha. Now, Garbhagriha. Garbhagriha means where is the God, and you go and worship over there. That is the Garbhagriha. Garbhagriha means a small and dark rectangular room in which idol is kept. In Gujarat, it is known as Gabharo. ગુજરાતમાં એને ગભારો કહેવાય છે. Gopuram means a gate to enter the temple. Gopuram means a gateway of a southern Indian temple. 2 lower stories of temples are convex shape and other 2 stories are aloft to make a pyramidal structure that makes the Gopuram strong. Mandap. It is a big hall constructed of the pillar or is a huge area lying in the front of the main gate. Penancle means Shikhar, at the top of the temple is known as Shikhar. The pointed exterior part of the exterior means outer part of the Garbhagriha. At the top is known as Penancle. It is plated either with gold or brass. Now that Penancle, either it is of gold, it may be of silver also, it may be of brass also. Viman. Viman is the part of the temple. See, you can see the Viman also. The side of the temple, outer part of the temple. It is semicircle or in sloping shape, shape like this. Suppose this is a temple, it may be like this in support. It has many stores and looks like pyramid. You can see the structure, it looks like a pyramid. So this was a sketch of the temple. The Sun Temple of Konark is in Odisha, which is one of the forms of chariot temple. Brihadeshwar temple of Tanjore has 13 stored gopura. Metallic and stone idols of this age have special characteristic features. Bronze statue of Nataraj is the best example of idol sculpting of that time. Chola temple have their own splendor in age in the field of art and architecture. Meenakshi, one of the huge temple of India, is in Madurai, spread in vast area. It has 4 main gopuram, means 4 main gates. From the architecture point of view, it is a it is in a wonderful temple. In the medieval period, Khajuraho was the capital city of Chandela ruler of Bundelkhand. Chandela rulers built a beautiful temple at Khajuraho. The style of peninsul varies means it differs. It is different from others. Khajuraho temple are the finest temples. Now the Jain temple, that is Derasar, you can see the famous place, that is Palidana. You can see the place Palidana. The Jain temple of Palidana is very famous. Jain temple are found at various places of India. Vaibhar at Rajgruha, Vipulchal, Ratnagiri, Udaygiri and Shramgiri are 5 Jain temples. There is a Siddhkshetra pilgrim in the Samet Shikharji. It's a very, I think, a huge place for this pilgrim of the Jain Vaniyas people. Then Bihar, and it is known as Madhuban. Adinath Bhagwan is it's a god to whom these Jain people used to believe a lot. And it is another 20 Tirthankars. Tirthankar means what? Where people used to go for pilgrim. Like some go to Haridwar, some go to Kashi, as in Muslim community people go for Hajj. So these are the Hajj is a very great pilgrim place. So these are the different pilgrim places. In same manner, the 20 Tirthankars is also a great place for this people. So Tirthankars attained Nirvana. There are temples of Abhinandan Nathji and Parshvanathji. Bhagwan Mahavir reached here, and many sages, means wise man, attained salvation, that is moksha. There is a Jain temple at Palidana and Sankeshwar temple at Panchsara in Gujarat. Jain temple at Delwara, that is Mount Abu, and Ranakpur in Rajasthan are excellent and wonderful form of construction carving. Artistic skill and sculpture point of view, especially Delwara temple of Abu, which have been constructed by Minister Vimal Shah, are Vimal Vasahi and other Minister Vastupal constructed Luna Vasahi are excellent example of sculpture. These are constructed with white marble. They are famous in India as well as abroad because of their attractive, minute and artistic work of sculpture. These temples are wonderful and memorable gift of Jain religion to the Indian culture. Jain temples are worldwide famous due to their art of sculpture and architecture. Sun Temple of Modhera. Modhera temple is in Gujarat in Mehsana district. Was built in 1026 AD during the time of Solanki king Bhimdev I. In this temple, gem means a one precious stone. Hero, a gem, was studied in the middle of the crown of sun god. The entrance gate of the eastern side of this temple is constructed in such a way that the first ray of sun falls directly on the gem, and because of it, the entire canton is lit up, creating the divine atmosphere. 12 different images of sun god and erotic sculptures are seen in this temple. The carving of this temple is done in Iranian school of art. Means Iranian art is used over there. And there are 108 small temples surrounding the outside tank which creates a pleasant sight at the dusk and dawn. Means during the evening time, dawn and dusk, Valley Savar and Sandhya Nad. It creates one beautiful environment over here. That is the Sun Temple of Modera. It is like that. The diamond is set in such a way that the first sun rays used to fall on the diamond, and due to the diamond, all the rays are lit up in that hall, and it creates a divine, a pavitra, holy atmosphere. Medieval architecture. The architecture of mosque, minaret, royal palaces, bridges, and inns is the places, etc. It's a type of house or of hotel are seen in medieval age. Kutubuddin Aibak built Qutub Minar and Quwwat-ul-Islam Mosque. Similar mosque named Adhai Din Ka Chopra was built by Kutubuddin Aibak in Ajmer. Bengal. Adina Mosque at Pandura region of Bengal, tomb of Jalal Muhammad Shah and Tantipara Mosque were constructed. The region developed its own special style in the field of architecture. Jaunpur. Sultans of Turkey built Atala Mosque. There is an artistic grill around the dome. Grill. Grill means, you know what is a grill? A jalik. But it is in an artistic, in a designing way. The walls and the ceilings are decorated with many Indian designs, including lotus, malwa. Peculiar style of Mandu building is seen under the protection of Sultan. Many such tombs have been created over there. The huge and impressive domes are carving of balcony, and the structure are attractive tomb of Hoshan Singh. Hoshan Shah is completely made of marble in Indian style. Other provinces. Rather than these, other provinces are also there where you can see the famous art and architecture that is. Beside this, the rulers of Kashmir and Bahmani built a dome of Bijapur, building at Bihar, and Gulbarg, Gani and Madrasa of the Muhammad Gawa, temple of Hampi, Vitthala Swami and Hazara Rama, Gopurams and artistic pillars are well known of Vijayanagar Empire. You can see the Kirti Toran. This is also famous architecture. Then architecture of Gujarat. This all we talk about the architecture that is made in whole India and different parts of India. Now we'll talk about some of the famous architecture of Gujarat. Sculpture and architecture of Gujarat included temples of various religions, mosques, viharas of Buddha religion, mutt, stupas, chaityas, cave temples, then Jain temple. Beside this, different types of building construction useful for the society like a royal palace, fort, domes, gate, Kirtisan, that is a tower of fame, inns, that is sanctuary, upasharai, visamas, verandas, sky light, that is a jarukha. It's in the fort, like one small gallery, queen is sitting over there, and from the jarukha she is seeing, that is a jarukha. Watchtower, arcs, well, step wells, the lakes and ponds, figures of animals and birds are most beautiful and manageable structures. Temple. In the religious field, temple of different religion have been built in Gujarat. They are temple of Bhadrakali, Gita Mandir, Veda temple, Jagannath temple, that is at Jamalpur, Ranchodraiji temple, that is Dakor, Sun temple, that is Modera, Hatkeshwar Mother temple, that is Vadnagar Ambaji temple, Shamlaji temple, Somnath temple, Jagannath temple, that is Dwarka Baucharaji temple, Mahakali temple, Pavagadh Swaminarayan temple, Brahmaji temple, that is Khed Brahma, Khodiyar Mataji temple, that is Bhavnagar, and mud of Ashapura, Kutch, that is etc. I visit this mud of Ashapura. I am visiting every month over there, as it's my Kuldevi. Now mosque, Jama Masjid near Teen Darwaza in Ahmedabad. Sultan Ahmad Shah first built this mosque in 1424. It has 260 pillars and 15 domes. Other structure including Siddhi Sayyid Grill with minute carving, Rosa of Sarkhej, Shaking Tower of Ahmedabad, Mosque of Queen Swipri, which is also known as Mosque of Nagina, and Jama Masjid at Champaner. There are many such mosques in big cities of Gujarat. Jain temple of Hathi Singh, Kumbariyaji, Sankheshwar, Siddhgiri, Shetrunjayagiri, Palidara, etc. are quite well known from the sculpture, architecture and carving point of view. You can see in the picture there is a stepwell of Adalaj, that is very famous, Adalaj. Stepwell of Gujarat, stepwell of Adalaj, stepwell of Dada Hari, that is Hari Vav, Ahmedabad. This stepwell of Adalaj, before 1 year, 2 year only, it is included in the World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Rani in stepwell of Patan, Hira Bhagul of Dabhoi, etc. are very splendid, means great examples of stepwell construction. Apart from this, there are many best specimens in the field of architecture. Example, Fort of Bhadra, Teen Darwaza, Kankaria Lake, Ahmedabad, Rudra Mahalya, Siddhapur, Shastralinga Lake, Patan, Chori of Shamlaji, Samadhi of Tanariri, Kirti Toran, Vadanagar. It is given on page number 26C, Vadanagar. Mansar Lake, Viramgam, Malwa Lake, Dholka, etc. This art adds to this is the art that add a proud and dignity, a pride to the glory of Gujarat. Today, Gujarat shines like star in the world map because of its sculpture and architecture. It is not that in India everything is famous. Gujarat is also a great part in this art and architecture. So you can see linear sketch of the mosque. Okay, then information about linear sketch of mosque. See, here is a sketch of the mosque, and downward that is information about it. Suppose Galliera. What is Galliera? The way to enter and exit from the mosque, that is Galliera. From where you enter and from where you exit, that is a Galliera. Then Qibla. This part of architecture is a part of mosque or a hall wall where namaz is performed. I think this is a wall where in that particular direction in front of it you used to perform your namaz. It is always in the direction of Kaaba. Then Liban, the room in a mosque with pillars, that is a Liban. Maksura, that is end of the mosque wall, is known as a Maksura, which is separated by a railing. And Mahrab, the interior part of the mosque wall, which is of a human height, indicates correct direction to Mecca, is known as Mahrab. In India, Mahrab is generally kept in west. And Sahan, the campus mosque where the follower of Islam get together for the prayer, is known as Sahan. Okay children, so here our chapter 3 finally ends over here. So again I repeat that now your chapter 3 is not included in your course of 2020-21, means your exams are late. It's in May 21st to 22nd. So this chapter 3 is not going to be asked in that exam. So don't worry, you are not supposed to learn anything from this chapter. Is that okay? So now in the next session, I'm going to start with a new lesson, that is literary heritage of India. Okay children, in all the lesson you learn different topics as I told you in chapter 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Chapter 4 is all about the knowledge. In chapter 4, explanation is little, but information is too big. Different books written by Hindu kings, written by Mughals, written by other people. So many books are there, so many names are there. This different information is shared in chapter 4. So this is also an interesting lesson, but lesson is too big. This lesson consists of 4 marks. Chapter number 4, literary heritage of India. One question compulsory comes from chapter 4 and chapter 5 in section D from the history section. Okay children, so just wait and watch for chapter number 4. I suggest you, before I continue with the lesson, just go through the lesson number 4, so that when I'll explain you, it will be fresh in your mind and it will recover. And underline few words. I will say few of the words. Suppose your and mine will match, you will get your clear meaning of it also. Okay, so children, take care of yourself. I'm just ending this session over here. Now we'll meet in the next session with a new lesson and with a new energy. Have a good day. Thank you.